I'm about to tell you every secret I know that has allowed me to buy 24 self-storage facilities in the past 3 years. I'm going to tell you everything I know about acquisitions. I'm going to tell you every tool that I use, every trick, every tip, every website. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm growing my self-storage portfolio. I'm just kidding. Because what I'm about to tell you, you don't want to hear. If you're looking for the easy route, the shortcut, or the way, the secret, you're not going to find it here because there is none. When it comes to acquisitions, and I get the same question, I'd say realistically 5 times a week, I get a Twitter DM that says, Nick, how do you search for properties? How do you find properties to buy? I can't find any deals. How do you find properties? Nick, what tools do you use to find properties? What websites do you go on to find properties? Do you get them from brokers? Do you find the owners? Do you do any tricks? Do you have any tools? Do you have any websites? Listen, guys, acquisitions is the hardest part of real estate. Acquisitions, finding the properties to buy, is the hardest part of what I do. It's the bottleneck of our business. It's the bottleneck of every investor's business because guess what? Capital is flush right now. You can't have it all. And when certain things in this business are easy, other things are hard. And when certain things are hard, other things are easy. In 2010, 11, it was really hard to get loans. It was really hard to get mortgages. It was really hard to raise capital, and nobody had any cash. And at that time, it was really easy to find deals. So everybody at that time was saying, oh, if I was around then, I mean, obviously I was in college still. I haven't lived through a recession. You're listening to a rookie. You need to take everything I say with a grain of salt and get a ton of opinions because I'm just learning along with you. But everything I say now, if it was in 2011, everybody'd be asking me the question about how I fund deals, how I raise money for deals, how I get deals done, because that's what was the bottleneck then. Times change. Now, everybody wants to buy everything. Everybody wants to get into real estate. Everybody can get a loan, and every deal has plenty of capital that wants to go after it from an LP perspective, investors. That's easy to get right now as well. So it's cyclical. You have times when it's easy to get loans. You have times when it's easy to find deals, but you don't have both. Because if it's easy to find deals and it's easy to get loans, this is easy business. And it's not. It's never easy. You always got to have a competitive edge. You always got to do something a little bit differently. So I'm going to tell you what you don't want to hear about acquisitions. It's the bottleneck. It's the hardest part. It's what I spend almost all my time thinking about, worrying about, and making sure we have enough of. Because at any given moment, I have an anxiety as a real estate owner, as a real estate private equity owner. I have this anxiety deep in my head and my chest. It says, I'm never going to find another deal. That last deal we bought, that's probably going to be the last one. It's so hard to find deals out there. And then I'll get an on-market deal and I'll say, oh, that's probably the last on-market deal I'll be able to buy. I can't believe I snuck that one out. I can't believe I found it. Can't believe I won that over. It's just so competitive out there. But guess what? They do. They come back. They come around because we've built a system that involves a ton of hard work. I'm on every self-storage broker's email listserv east of the Mississippi River. So I get 5 deals on market in my inbox every day, and we underwrite them all. We do the work. We put in offers on most of them, and we reach out to owners. We make a list around our buildings of facilities we like, and we call them on the phone. We have acquisitions people who call them up. There's no secrets here. There's no secrets to acquisitions. If a deal's on market, it's tougher, especially in different asset classes that are more competitive. A single family home shows up on Zillow. Guess what? It's too late. You lost your deal. Odds are, if a self-storage facility shows up in downtown Atlanta online listed by a broker, it's too late. You're not going to find a deal. So you have to get resourceful. There's no secret answer. You have to be a resourceful business owner. The people who win find deals. They find them and they find them and they find them. They don't have a secret. They're just doing a bunch of hard work. That's it. That's all there is to this. I could stop the episode right now. I'm going to rant a little bit longer because people need to hear this. But if you're tired of hearing me ranting, you're not looking for deals, whatever it is, shut this off. But there is no secret. I look on LoopNet. I'm constantly looking at deals. I got so much data in the back of my head because I underwrote a deal a day for 5 years. So I've underwritten 3,000 deals. And when you've ran 3,000 deals through your cash flow models, you know how to spot a good deal in a heartbeat. The deals we end up buying, the on-market deals, the off-market deals, at one point I knew in the first 3 minutes of a conversation with an owner that I was going to buy a property. I just knew. All the little back of the envelope math was checking off in the back of my head. Same thing when I see a listing come out from a broker. Ooh, this broker underwrote this wrong. You can raise rents more than that. Or these expenses are going to be lower than this. Or this cap rate's not quite right for this asset in this market. That happened to us in a deal in Elmira. the broker posted it, and boom, I knew right then I was going to buy it. I just didn't know how much I was going to have to pay to get it done because I've done so much work in the past underwriting deals. And when you've done that, you can underwrite 5 deals a day. And when you put your name in the hat and you do the work and you grind and you be really resourceful, you find deals over time. So we have 4 acquisitions folks working for us. They're calling, they're talking to brokers, they're underwriting deals. They're doing everything they can do to find deals. That's it. There's no secret sauce. It's a whole ton of work. I've done 65 self-storage consults. People who have paid me $2,500 to give them my playbook. I open it up. I give them my models. I give them my due diligence checklist. I give them the tools I use to analyze deals. My operational handbook. I answer questions about how we operate deals, how we finance them. I give them deal-specific details. But most importantly, I teach them how to underwrite. Do that thing that I can do in my head now in 1 minute. I teach them how to do that for a deal. I get on the phone with them for an hour, record the call. And of the 65 people, 10 of those people were serious deal makers. The deals found them. They were resourceful. They were putting their names in the hats. They were having the uncomfortable conversations. They were doing the cold calling. They were talking to neighbors. They are the people who found the deals. Other people, they were brilliant. They could underwrite. They could handle the operations. They could think about storage the right way, but they weren't willing to do the work to find the deals. And I'll tell you what, real estate, once you understand the key concepts around debt, acquisition, property management, operations, small business marketing, hiring, firing, all that is blocking and tackling in real estate. All the money is made at the acquisition. If you can find deals to buy that are good deals, you can build a business, period. That's all there is to it. We're going to talk a lot about operations because it's hard. I cut my teeth running a really logistically challenging small business for almost 10 years. That's how I got good at operations. But for some people, that's an area of weakness for them. That's where we're at. Acquisitions is the bottleneck. Acquisitions is the bottleneck for everybody in the entire country. You can either pay more than the next guy, you can develop an operational advantage so that you can operate a facility better than other people. That's what we do as well. I'm going to talk about that. Or you can develop some methods that you've figured out how to buy storage or industrial or multifamily. You figured out how to build those pipelines yourself and you figured out that part of your business. It's not easy. I'll tell you what, it's not easy. So if you were looking for the secret, if you were looking for the tip, if you were looking for the trick on how we find deals, I'll tell you right now that there is none. It's relationships. We've done a lot of work with a lot of brokers in a lot of towns, and that makes it a lot easier because they call us when they have a deal. So it's a lot easier for me, even though I own 25 self-storage facilities. I got this capital behind me. Unfortunately, I'm at an unfair advantage when it comes to acquisitions. I'm at an unfair advantage when it comes to operations. I'm at an unfair advantage when it comes to deal structuring and LP capital and the flywheels around real estate. It's all about momentum. You buy that first deal, that's your hardest deal to buy because when you talk to that owner, you can't say, hey, I own a property around the corner, or hey, we're big property. We've bought 12 properties in the last year. That's why you should trust us and why we're the best buyers for you. You can't say that on your first deal. You got to grind. You got to get resourceful. You got to understand the lingo. You got to be able to speak the language. You got to gain trust with the people who are selling. You got to structure the deal the right way. You got to move fast. If you need to move fast, you got to understand when you have the leverage and when you can move slow. And that's where we're at. That's all there is to it. Inside the real estate community on Facebook, it's the paid community. If you want to check it out, it's sweatystartup.com/REC, real estate community. Inside that community, I did a full deal breakdown of our deal in a specific upstate New York town that we had the leverage. It was a property that nobody wanted. So we got to play that game a little bit differently. And it was a year and a half ago, much, much different environment to buy real estate a year and a half ago than it is now. So, laid out everything that happened in the deal, how we found the deal, what we did, how we made our offer, what the offer looked like, looking at our software, how it's going now, look at our profit and loss statement in our QuickBooks, look at how we underwrote the deal, the return metrics we were projecting versus what we did. That's what I love about this real estate community is that I can be an open book in there. It's not public. I don't have to worry about it getting shared around. I can share the stuff I'm working on in a more intimate way than even in this podcast. So if you're interested in that, check it out. But again, guys, no secret. There's no secret to acquisitions. If you're looking for it, you're going to keep on looking. Hey guys, I have big news. I recently revamped my sales and customer service team at my self-storage company using folks in South Africa. Listen to this English accent.
Hi there, my name is Anton and I'm a sales professional from Gqeberha or Port Elizabeth, which is in the eastern province of South Africa. I've been in sales for about 8 years now with experience in hardware sales with some of the leading brands in the world, such as Canon, Panasonic, and more recently Red Bull.
Okay, now the surprising part. The person you just listened to is available for hire right now, and they're asking $9 an hour. If you want an introduction, if you want to hire this person into your business or at least interview them, send me an email, nick@sweatystartup.com, and I can make an introduction and offer you $1,000 off the recruiting fee. nick@sweatystartup.com.